Welcome back to another video. Today's video we got Saturday Night Main Event predictions. Now this is the second one W is doing again. Back in December we had it, and it was a mixed opinion on the show because we had a lot of ads and it kind of ruined the flow of the show. But now that we kind of know what's going to happen on the show, hopefully it's a little bit better. We kind of have a bit better of an expectation. But how we feeling?
Yeah, just like you said, our expectations were a little high for last Saturday Night Main Events. This one, I feel like we kind of calmed down a little bit. There's not as much kind of hype behind this one. They didn't build it up as much as they did the first one to kind of mislead people, kind of. Yeah, I think this one will be a little bit calmer, but it still looks like a very good card nonetheless.
Yeah, we're going to start with the most recent match added, and that was Rhea Ripley taking on Nia Jax for the Women's World Champion. Now, this is a little bit interesting because Nia is a SmackDown superstar, and she just lost her title to Tiffany Stratton, so a little bit weird that she's going after Rhea first. But who do you have winning this match?
I mean, the obvious answer, I'm going with Rhea Ripley. Unfortunately, we've already seen this match last year at Elimination Chamber at Perth. And it was a good match, and I'm just not very excited for it this second time. I think there's a lot of people you kind of could have gave this spot to. Obviously, you don't want to give it to Io. She's going to win the Rumble and go to Mania or whatever, but there's a ton of other people on the card that I feel like would have made more sense, especially in story, because like you said, with the Tiffany Stratton thing leading into this. But yeah, kind of weird, but it'll be a decent match nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley as well. She just won the belt. There's no way she's losing it this early under Triple H. But yeah, definitely would have liked to see another person. Maybe Dakota Kai to start getting maybe some things, kind of seeds planted for the Io and Rhea feud or whatever. But yeah, should be a solid match. Next up, let's go to the Intercontinental Championship match where Braun Breaker is defending his champion against Sheamus, who is still trying to go after that Intercontinental Champion. Finally fished the Grand Slam. Who is coming out as the Intercontinental Champion, though?
I am going to go with Braun Breaker. It just doesn't feel like it's a big enough moment for Sheamus. I like this on a bigger stage, a Mania, a SummerSlam, or maybe just some other PLE in general. But yeah, this doesn't feel like a big enough moment. I would like to see Sheamus win it on a bigger card. So I am going to go with Braun Breaker here.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this match. All the matches these two guys have had have been pretty fun. But I'm going to go with Sheamus. Even though I would have liked to see him win this at a Mania or even at the Royal Rumble or at a different, bigger pay-per-view, I think this is going to be the big thing at the show. Last time we didn't really get nothing big on the show. It was more so the biggest thing that happened was after the show. But I think they're going to do something a little different, maybe shake things up, surprise anybody. Braun Breaker really hasn't done too much. I feel like we've kind of just seen the people who are going to fight him eventually. We've seen them a lot more than Braun Breaker himself. So maybe that's a sign of Sheamus getting the job done here in San Antonio. But next up, let's go with the World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther take on Jey Uso, who is walking out as that World Heavyweight Champion.
Kind of the same reasons as Sheamus. I just don't necessarily want to see Jey Uso win it here. And I just don't necessarily want to see Gunther lose it in general just yet. I feel like Mania is the proper kind of moment for him to lose it. But it is Saturday Night Main Event, and it is Main Event Jey Uso, so I could there is potential. I would definitely not gonna say 0% chance for Jey Uso, but I will go with Gunther.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Gunther as well. I agree, though. He's probably not going to lose his belt for a little while longer. Maybe at Elimination Chamber, but more than likely it's going to be WrestleMania. But, yeah, this should be a solid match. Hopefully Jey Uso can put on his working boots and, step up with the ring general. But, yeah, should be a pretty solid match, and the crowd should be really into it. But next up, we got Braun Strowman taking on Jacob Fatu. Big, meaty men slapping meat. Who do you have winning this one?
That's why I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu. I expect this to be a somewhat quick match. I don't think this will be a long-winded match here or anything with Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. I expect, some big spots with Jacob Fatu. I do expect Braun Strowman to kind of put in some offense, but more so of the matches is Jacob Fatu kind of beating Strowman and he won't give up type of story kind of. But I think this will be a pretty good match, a cool match for Jacob Fatu just to get involved in. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu as well. This is his first pay-per-view PLE singles match, so this should be pretty interesting. I definitely think he's going to get the win here. Would have liked to see maybe a stipulation, maybe had a few more weeks to kind of build into it, maybe have like some type of street fight or something a little bit more interesting, but should be a solid match. Braun Strowman's been doing pretty decent work recently with stuff with Carmelo on SmackDown, and he's kind of been interfering with some other things. So hopefully this can be a pretty fun match. And that is all the matches. However, we do have a segment announced, and that is Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. They'll be doing their contract signing for their ladder match at Royal Rumble. However, Mr. Shawn Michaels, Mr. San Antonio will be there to kind of mediate things and make sure nothing's happening. Do you think we'll see Shawn Michaels take a bump?
Yeah, I think there will be something. Shawn Michaels, something's going to happen with him to build some more heat with Kevin Owens. Every time we've seen him, there's been something that happened. Granted, we did just finish Raw, and he kind of was okay with Sami Zayn. They walked out cool with each other. But I don't know if that is going to be a lasting relationship between them two. But however, yeah, I think it's going to be something crazy that goes on here. Maybe it's Triple H that takes it, because we've kind of seen them get into like a little push and shove off after the last PLE, whatever it was, Survivor Series or something. But yeah, so there's a lot of potential here, as well as Cody Rhodes. Obviously, maybe an Arn Anderson could show up or something like that as well. There's a lot of cool things you could do here. But yeah, I will say I'll probably go with Triple H actually taking the bump rather than Shawn Michaels.
Alright. Now, since we only have 4 matches, do we think we'll see a 5th match at it? And if so, what do you think it would be?
Yeah, I don't really think so. There's been nothing kind of built. I guess you could kind of throw together another Chelsea Meechin match to kind of finish that off and kind of end their story with each other and move on to something new. You could maybe do Piper, Meechin or something like that. Or I don't know. There's some sort of title match or something, or a #1 contender match. Or maybe you do your DIY Motor City Machine Gun match here, just their first of their hopefully series. Yeah, there's a couple potential matches, but I don't really think we'll get a 5th.
Now, this past Friday we did see a vignette from a certain somebody, and we have Tiffany Stratton as the new world champion. If she were to get a match, do we think Charlotte could show up at San Antonio?
No, I think they'll hold her for a Rumble. I think it'll be a bigger pop there. The stadium will erupt when they see Charlotte Flair for the first time. And yeah, I think that'll be kind of a cooler moment for her in general.
Yeah, I definitely think they'll save her for Rumble as well. But yeah, anything else you want to add to this?
No, I think this will be a fun show. Expectations are a little bit lower now, which I think will help in the long run for these Saturday night main events that they're going to be doing 4 times a year, I believe. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.